Hello and welcome back to SMT5 Vengeance. We have leveled our party up to level 99 and I have come here to the virtual trainer because we want to test whether our party actually works. Are there any holes in it? What do we need to improve? Because we have a ton of essences and we can optimize all of these characters to whatever level we want to, but we don't actually know how it functions until we use it. So that's what we want to do. Now, on that same kind of train of thought, I want to talk about abilities that have extra effects. Ones that I usually dismiss, but there's been an argument in the comments for them and I just want to go into the logic behind it. So, abilities I would usually dismiss are things like Frenzy Chomp. These are abilities that do some amount of damage but then have a chance of inflicting an additional effect. So in this case, it's medium physical attack that has a chance of inflicting poison, confusion, or charm. Now, I'm usually not a huge fan of these because it's quite inconsistent against bosses, because bosses tend to resist a lot of things. However, the argument for these is interesting. The argument for these is that if you were to lower your damage, right? So let's say 50% as a random number, right? Which might be right if you were to go from severe to medium. I don't actually know what the exact numbers are. But let's say it's 50%. But at 1 in 10 attacks inflicted poison, confusion, or charm, you could actually make back your damage. Like if you were to charm the enemy and the enemy was to miss their next turn, you would effectively have an extra turn's worth of damage over what the enemy would be throwing out for your entire party. You would also not be taking damage on that turn, so it would be a potential turn where you could heal, where you could recover MP, all sorts of other stuff like that. That's the argument for these. It's an interesting argument because there is some logic behind it. There's definitely some logic where that could work. I tend to be on the side of I want the most optimal damage output, because I want to consistently do damage. I want to find the loop. I want to find the thing that consistently works turn after turn after turn until we can beat the enemy. The negative of that is that you get into situations like we had in the Samael fight, where effectively I couldn't escape what the enemy were doing because all of my demons were set up to go into a loop, right? Once we had 4 demons out, no problem. We get into our loop, we get damage down, things are going great. But the moment that we lose a demon, all of a sudden we don't have quite the same amount of damage, we don't have ways to apply extra ailments, and our way out of it was basically just to brute force until we had enough people who weren't hit by their abilities, and we were able to res up. It definitely can be better. I think this definitely is something that in those types of fights would be better, and actually it's an argument that in some late game fights these actually become more valuable. Things like the Demi-Fiend fight. I actually don't know if the Demi-Fiend is immune to certain ailments, so if I use one that they're immune to, then sorry for the example. But let's say in a Demi-Fiend fight you hit a charm, that gives you a whole extra turn, and those fights are really long. So an extra turn could be a turn where you are able to bring back a few healers that have died, or you're able to recover some MP, and that can really change the fight and make it a lot easier, and it can make that fight feel a lot better to play, rather than slowly just whittling down your resources to the point where you realize you don't have quite enough to beat it. So, yeah, it's something that we should keep an eye out for. I don't know if Frenzy Chomp is it for me, but we may find 1 or 2 others, especially ones that specific demons might have, as in ones that are unique to them, that we should keep an eye out for and potentially use more / take more. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Anyway, let's speak to this guy and do some virtual battles, shall we?
Hey!
Hello again. You can use the virtual trainer here if you want. We should probably save, right? Yeah, because it results in a game over. Let's just create a new save here while we're here.
Hey!
Hello. Right. What are the normal battles we have? So we have Kunitsukami of Kanda no Yashiro, Mephisto, Cleopatra, Artemis, and Dagda, Konohana. Okay. And then what do we have in consecutive? Anato, Shinagawa, Shinjuku, Army of Chaos. Rival Battles B, Title Battles B, and Empyrean. I didn't need to come out of the menu again. Let's do a quick normal battle first. Let's go us versus Konohana. I think this one's going to be really easy. Okay. Oh, it's just the same Konohana? You can't do these ones at level 100. Well, that's good to know. Alright then. Well, hit him for a lot of damage. Murakumo. This is definitely going to be easy then, I guess. Kurunos. Queen's Decree. Murakumo. Buff. And there we wait. That's an attack. That's Magatsuhi, and you're already dead. Right. Alright. So, good to know we don't have to do the single battles again. Unless we get a reward. No reward. Okay. So, only consecutive battles can be done at a higher level. It's good to know. Right. Let's do this. Let's start with Minato battles then. So that's Hydra, Eligor, and Nuwa. Let's go. I would like challenge mode. Before attempting challenge mode, you can check the rules and reset enemy strength to what it was at the beginning of challenge mode. What are the rules? In challenge mode, you'll be able to fight enemies that are tougher than those in the standard mode. The features of this mode are as follows. Your enemies will start at level 100. Each time you complete challenge mode, the enemy's levels will increase by 100 for the next time you try. Alright. Let's begin the challenge, I guess. Maybe we're not going to do a ton of these. I have no idea. What are you weak to? We don't know. Oh, okay. Well, we got our crits. That's good. Hit him. Let's do a little bowl. And then I'll use Spyglass. Okay, so you're weak to ice. You have a huge amount of strength. You don't really have a ton of abilities, though. Okay. So this is a guaranteed extra turn. Well, this is only 50-50. Well, by 50-50, I mean it does it or it doesn't. Which I guess isn't really 50-50, but you get what I mean. Alright, let's do this, and then do I switch out Zeus? This might not be the fight for Zeus. Probably not, although Pantaspain is actually quite useful. Let's do Pantaspain then. Nice, it crit. That's good. We got Reflect. Wonderful. Right. Crits. Let's go for as much damage as we can put out. Cool. One of those. Follow it up with a buff. Follow it up with Pantaspain to lower their stats. Queen's Decree. Followed by Murakumo. Bowl. And I don't need to do this again, so I can do Kurunos, which should do a ton of damage, I think. Yeah. Good. Solid turn. They missed everything. Guard. This should be a dark move, I think. Oh no, this should be poison, right? Guard. Okay. Zeus is poisoned. And then we blocked. That's fine. Queen's Decree. We got a crit. Let's go for crit. I forgot it has a mid-fight change. Does it actually? It doesn't actually change the fight though, does it? No, not really. Okay, it just changes what abilities it uses. Okay. Let's do that. You're then going to cure yourself with a Curative Cattail. Let's now go for Queen's Decree. Nice crits. I want to reapply the stats down, so I'm going to crit. I'm going to go bowl. And then we're going to reapply the stat down. Nice. That's going to be blocked. Cool. And now we're going to go in here. We're going to go crit. And let's do a little Queen's Decree. Followed by Murakumo. Followed by passing your turn into Akasha Cart. Okay, so the electric attack does more. That's good. So I want to check there. So, Hydra is dead. Next. Eligor. +2 Andras's. Hit him. Well, the dodge is horrible, obviously. They must have high agility, I guess. Bowl. And Anti-Spade. Nice crit. I'm now going to Spyglass Eligor. Weak to electric. That's great news, honestly. Chance of gaining Impaler's Animus after a user's attack has been null, drained, or repelled. I noticed that that was on Hydra as well. Huh. Okay. Well, it's going to get reflected, so... Cool. Queen's Decree. Yeah. Nice, we got some crits. Do that one. Let's do a nice little buff and heal. Hand to Spade. Yep, we want to lower their stats as much as possible. I'm going to continue with AoE here, just to do as much damage to the Andras's. Bowl. And then hand to Spade. Cool. Well, okay. That's fine. Okay. So, crits. Should kill the two at the side very quickly here. Also, what kind of stats does Eligor have? It seems weaker. Yeah, it is kind of weaker than Hydra. Although, to be fair, that's how it feels in the game as well, so... You know. It's not too crazy. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Hit him. Queen's Decree. Murakumo. Agidai? Sure. And now we're on to Nuwa. Okay. So I remember Nuwa being a pretty big step up originally. I think she might be weak to electricity. In fact, we have a Nuwa, right? So why am I theorizing? Is she weak to electricity or do we have a... No, she's actually immune. Okay. She's weak to fire. Cool. Queen's Decree. No crit. Alright, lovely. Bowl. You have to pass your turn, I think, unless we think you're gonna crit. Queen's Decree. Alright, horrible. Well, we absorb it, so that's good. Queen's Decree. I think Agrat needs a little bit more agility. We also want to use a spy scope on this thing so we can see exactly what its stats are. Do that. Spy scope. Where are we? It's down here somewhere. Or Spyglass, whichever one. Okay. So agility's on at 89 and we're missing. Yeah, so we need to think about raising agility on people like Agrat, who we have at the front. Okay, because what's Agrat's agility? 86. Okay, maybe we've just been unlucky, I don't know. But that was two, things in a row. Hit him. And bowl. Do I want to change out Zeus? Maybe. If I can get a Zeus with... I don't know. Don't really know what I need. What else does she use apart from force? It's just force and electricity. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're the one, although it would be interesting. Oh yeah, does she have any weaknesses to ailments? Nope. Yeah, so it's just fire. So we're looking at people like Mephisto maybe for fire. Oh, we're also looking at Khonshu-Ra for fire, obviously. Khonshu-Ra might be our best fire option. Yeah, fire feels like a weakness in our party. We don't have as much as you would want, necessarily. Although you could argue that there aren't that many things later in the game that actually need you to hit the fire weakness, so... I don't know. So Khonshu-Ra. Okay.
Say,
that's fine.
let us test you.
Okay. Right. Let's do crits. And now I'm gonna go for a Queen's Decree, followed by Murakumo, followed by Aba, Heliopolis and Dawn, Queen's Decree, Murakumo, Ball, and Heliopolis Dawn. Nice. I hit our weakness, unfortunately, but then she hit that. Okay. She's going to use her force move. She's going to use Sacrifice of Clay, almost certainly. So anyone who's immune to force doesn't need to care. Okay, so it's just Khonshu and us who need to block. We got a crit. Guard. I don't need to do that this turn. Pass. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. I'm still thinking pass, guard, Queen's Decree, guard. We probably could have done more of that turn. And then, actually, because these items aren't our items, just Chakrapot yourself. There we go. Perfect.
Now, kill.
We already knew that was happening. It's not that big a deal. Hey, thank you for giving us Charged Makatsuhi meter again. Crit. And now we go crazy. More damage. Queen's Decree. Murakumo. This. Now your fire move is severe, right? That's heavy. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of a little bit wasted. We should give him a severe one if we're going to have him have it. Okay. Murakumo. Oh. And Heliopolis Dawn again. Love that combo. That's so good. Yep. Do that every time. Yeah. Crit. I could do this. I suppose I should do this. That's fine. Heliopolis Dawn. Oh, right, you only get halfway through the fight and then it ends. I forgot. Great work. You're natural at this. Feel free to stop by anytime you want to use the virtual trainer again. Okay, and you get no reward for doing them. Apart from the ability to do them at a higher level. Alright then. You know, I'm not sold that that's something we need to do. Having now done them, and knowing there's no reward whatsoever, and in fact the only reward is a higher difficulty that you're meant to do in New Game Plus, I think I'm happy to leave that. Worryingly though, that does mean that we need to do something more difficult, but you know, that's okay. Our battles will soon resume. Let's cherish the time we have to rest. Cool. Hello.
Right.
This world is already hurtling towards the precipice. Sooner or later, it'll be time to make a great choice. Only someone with willpower can see it through. Someone who's faced who they truly are, ready to shape the world to fit them.
Say,
I can't spend my life hiding in your shadow. It's time for me to show the extent of my power. Okay. 2 vitality.
yes.
It's important to stop and rest at times. We mustn't be reckless. Okay. Let's return here. Let's do a little essence work before we try the next thing. So, let's think about this a little bit. Actually, we should do it in World of Shadows. That's step number 1. Yeah, save and go into World of Shadows. Right. Let's do it in here, because then we can actually make changes.
Welcome to the world.
In here, register everyone. Apotheosis. Essence fusion. Right. Let's have a look at all of these ones. Actually, I know I'm jumping around a little bit. Let's do stats first. Stats are easier. Stats will be unchanging. So, let's start with agility. What's our agility? Our agility is 86, exactly the same as Agrat's. I feel like Agrat needs a higher agility than we do because Agrat uses her abilities a lot more, as in like uses multi-target abilities a lot more. So I am going to give Agrat 14 agility. That will give her 100. Yeah, that will give her 100 total. Okay. If we're giving Agrat that, we should probably give Metatron the same thing for the same reason. So we're going to give Metatron an extra 20. Might be insane. That's what we're going to do. Now we have 4. Trumpeter was pretty bad before, but Trumpeter's agility is pretty good. Let's just do an agility check. Anyone low? You're pretty low and you have AoE. Yeah, so let's give you the rest. Not AoE, you have multi-hit. So let's give you the rest. Wonderful. Okay. Next. Seeing if we've got anything that's obvious. I almost feel like we just put all of our luck into like one person. And I'm kind of thinking that the argument is that we put all of our luck into Zeus. Where's Zeus? There's Zeus. I kind of feel like we put all of our luck into Zeus because Zeus gets more critical rate based on the number of able allies in the stock. So he already has extra crit. The other option is that we give luck to someone like Agrat, because luck to Agrat means that Agrat's more likely to crit, which would be good for multi-target as well. Okay, I think all 3 of these guys are getting extra crit. So, I have 42 of these. Let's bring you up to 90, so we're going to give you 13. Okay. Let's bring you up to 90, so we're giving you 5. Gives me 24. 24 going to Zeus. Yeah. Gets you to 99. I think that's reasonable. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Right. Next. Max HP. I almost feel like we should just give all the max HP and all the stamina to Konohana. I don't think that's a terrible idea. In fact, I think it's the most sensible idea because Konohana is the one who we want to keep alive. And the one who we don't want to have to be constantly giving more MP to. Did she hit max? Wait, I think she hit max. We should watch out for that, 'cause she's now a 999 MP. Okay. It's good to know. Right, strength. That's more difficult. Well, it's also more difficult. Magic. Yeah, okay. Let's go down into the sutras. The sutras are actually surprisingly easier. Support sutra. It can only be people who already have support skills. I think Beelzebub is an obvious target for 3 of these. Would give us a great debilitate. I think that's fantastic. Yeah. That now means that Beelzebub can use these things for a lot less MP. Now let's see what else we got. Demeter? You have Luster Candy. I don't care. Metatron? You don't have anything. Obviously Rock Dude doesn't actually have any of these abilities yet. Maria has Luster Candy. Odin? Critical Aura. Healer's Animus. You don't have any. You have Debilitate now. Okay. Idun. You get 3 of these. And then we'll leave one for now. Healing Sutra. This should be fairly easy. It's only people who actually have healing abilities. You have a healing one, maybe. Okay, Idun is a healer, so gets one. You have a healing ability. Maria is actually a healer, so therefore gets one. Vishnu is actually a healer, so gets 2. Demeter is actually a healer, so gets 1. Are you a healer? No. Not as such, no. You're sort of a healer. We're thinking about it. Let's give you 3. I have a lot of healing sutras, apparently. You don't have a healing move, so you're out. I guess I would like... Yeah, I'm going to give these to you. And to you. Okay. Ailment. This should also be fairly easy. It's only ones who actually have ailments. So Cleopatra. Oh, can the ailments go to 9? It can. Oh. So that now means that Frolic is 40 less MP. That's pretty big, actually. You don't have any. And then Samael, we can give 2 to. And that's going to make yours a lot cheaper. Yeah, okay. It's 8 less. It's pretty good. Destruction. Alright. Konsura, do you actually have any? No. Trumpeter doesn't. Amanazako only has these 2, one of which is garbage. Dagda does not have... Well, he has Freikujal, actually. Okay. Zeus doesn't have any. Metatron does. As does Sandalphon. I think Metatron is more important. Yeah. I think this is all of them into Metatron that we can. Okay. Because that makes the Fire of Sinai a lot cheaper. Sandalphon. Is it? It's just Sandalphon, right? Yeah, basically. Oh, and Dagda. Dagda we can give a lot to. Do we feel it's better on Dagda? I think it might be. Yeah. I think it's better on you. There we go. Dark Sutra. So, Dagda now can use that for a lot less, makes it much more appealing to use. Also will do more damage, I think, potential. Be questioning it. I'm fairly certain it's more damage. Okay. So Beelzebub has a dark move. And it's all you do. So you should have this. Abdael is kind of in the same boat. So should do it as well. Also, let me just check something here. Severe dark attack to all foes. 41 MP. 71 for the same ability. Ah, okay. One of these is better than the other. Vishnu has some. So does Samael. So +4 base, +6 base. Alright, I'm going to get you to max, and then I'm going to get you the extra 1. Light Sutra. Okay, there's more competition for light. Probably not for you. You have Light's Descent, which is a severe light attack to all foes. You have High Light Pleroma. I feel like we should buff you. Anyone else? Maria Cleopatra? I think Abdael gets first shot. Yeah. It's kind of your main thing. And then Sandalphon, I think, gets second shot. Okay. Could also give the last one to Metatron. Yeah, I don't think this is Cleopatra's thing. Do that. Force. Now, Konohana does have force potential. I don't think... It doesn't actually have a force move currently, I just realized. Okay. Is this only going between people who can use it? No. Okay. Cleopatra? Maybe. Maybe. Amana Zako, it's all you do, but you don't do a lot. Trumpeter? There is an argument to give it to Trumpeter. I don't think it's for Maria. Nuwa is your main thing. I think 2 for Nuwa is a no-brainer. Lilith? Yeah, I don't think it's for you. Demeter? No, I don't think it's for either of you. Not as top priority. I think Trumpeter actually gets top priority here. Because that means that this now costs 44 MP, which is super cheap. That's only a high version of that ability, so I don't think you get priority at all. I think Demeter gets priority. Yeah. Cool. Lex Sutra. Zeus gets priority. Zeus literally has an ability, like his main ability makes electric moves better. And he's the only one with that ability. Therefore, he should have it. Abdael is not the right choice. Lilith, no. Sandalphon, no. Nuwa, no. Amanazako? I think if we're gonna use Amanazako, we have to do that. I think that makes sense. I think that makes you a lot better. Odin? Do you have electric moves? Sort of, yeah. Not really. Could chuck the rest into Trumpeter. You have a little bit, but not a lot. I kind of feel like I want to just chuck the rest into Trumpeter, but there might be a better use for it. Beelzebub doesn't have any. Lilith has a high version. Abdael... Yeah, no. So I think that Trumpeter wins out. Yeah, I think Trumpeter wins out on this one here. Ice Sutra. Nahobiho wins. Definitely. It's your main ability. Okay. Who's next? You don't have any ice moves. You have Ice Age, which is not good. You don't have any ice moves. Cleopatra. You do have ice and it hits all foes. There you go. You have ice potential. Agra also has an ice move, but it's not really your main thing. I don't even know if it's your thing at all. I'm giving Trumpeter all the rest of the stuff that we can. And then I'm keeping the last one. Fire. Konsura. Easy choice. You are our fire guy. Konohana, maybe? Maybe. I put some in there. I put some in there. We don't have it, as I said, fire's not one of the ones we have a lot of. Well, 2 points to get you maxed seems good. I think it has to be Trumpeter getting priority. And then Konohana gets priority because it means that she can use it for a lot less MP, which is inherently good, right? Like, that means that costs almost nothing to use. Right, Battle Sutra. Increases physical damage. Now, Nahobiho, it's not for you. Might be for Odin, it might be for Dagda, might be for Zeus. Okay. You're +6. You're +4. You're +6. So I could go 9 plus... Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head. So that's 3 plus 3. So you're on 6 plus 5. And then 1 for Nahobiho, maybe? Or Abdael? For Abdael, yeah. I guess, yeah, it must be, I think for Abdael. Okay, max yours. Max yours. Max yours. 1 for Abdael. Magic. Okay, so we're out of these. So now we're on to buffing stats. Huh. Okay, these are more difficult. Because a lot of these are used by everyone. I feel like we probably want high damage on Agrat. The way we're playing, we probably won't. But Agrat already has pretty high magic, like an absurdly high magic stat. Also, while we're here, there we go. We could increase Zeus's strength if we wanted to. Yeah, I think Zeus, because of the electric scaling, we want to increase your strength a little bit. What's it scale off of? Or is what you're at right now? You're at 96. Let's give you 14. There we go. Who else have we got here? Naho Biho, is this strength based? It is. You're already at 114. So 110 is kind of my base. I'm going to give you another 8, Odin. Get you up in line with everyone else. Dagda. You're at 125. That's good. Abdael, these are just... Yeah, these are magic based. This Abdael. Yours are mostly magic based as well. Okay. So I think that's actually everybody who's using physical moves as their main thing. So... Now we've done that, let's go up. Let's say 120, right? Well, let's go 115. So we'll give you 5. Give you 5. And then give you 1. So that's everyone at 115. Yeah, I guess I'll give the rest to Zeus. Cool. So that makes sense to me. Vitality. Is there anybody who is highly out there on Vitality? So you're pretty low actually. 76. You're at 70. You're at 68. 61. Maybe I make 70 my baseline. Sorry. Yeah, let's start with 70 as my baseline. That makes sense. Okay. How many do I have? Quite a few. That gets you to 70. You need 10 to get to 70. Like, 70 is not a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's getting everybody to roughly the same level is what's important to me here. Or at least to a base kind of line level. Maybe 80's our next one. Anyone in the main party not at 80? Yes. Okay. So boost you up. Idun. Cleopatra. Oh, Trumpeter. You need to get to all the way up to 80. Give you 19 there. Okay. And then I'm gonna split 4 to you and 4 to you. Cool. Magic. So obviously magic's only useful on magic users. Let's just see if we've got anybody who's a magic user as their main who is not high up. So you're at 134. Abdiel, we could boost a little bit. You're at 105. Lilith, you're fine. Your magic user is only at 101. Your magic user is only at 87, but your purpose isn't magic use. That's the thing. It's like magic users whose only purpose is magic use. Yeah, so Metatron, I think I'm going to go up to 110 with you. Just go through these again. So let's give you 5. We'll just do these on a first come, first serve basis. Sandalphon, give you 5. Okay. Give you 6. Okay. That's fine. I think I might give the rest to Metatron, maybe? I don't know. Oh no, you know what? I'll give the rest to Beelzebub, because Beelzebub's also behind, so you can get, like, last shot at it. Cool. There you go. We've now spent all of our stat up points. It's quite a lot. Let's do this. So we are now significantly stronger. You know what? I think I'm just going to try this fight. I'm not going to do any essence fusion right now. I'm literally just going to try the fight and see if it works. We'll get one shot at it in this video. If we beat it, we beat it. If we don't, next video we start off trying to figure out how we're going to beat it. You know what? We'll just not worry about the phrasing of that one. Am I going to enter? Of course. Although actually I want to read what that said again, because I noticed there was more dialogue. There's a mysterious entrance. It seems to be connected to a different space. You can sense the presence of a powerful demon just ahead. Will you enter? Yes. I'm Shiva, the benevolent god of destruction. You are the rumored Nahalbino. I was wondering who it could be. What are you doing here? Do you not seek the throne? Well, it matters not. The world will be destroyed along with the rest of the universe anyways. Hear me, Nahalbino. You quarrel over the throne, fighting over the right to rule. But those who create the world by their own conscience will bring about nothing but corruption. The world should not be created by a given being. Rather, it is the beings that should be created by the world. The creator god Brahma will return the universe to its rightful form. To that end, I, Shiva, will commence destruction for the sake of creation. And I shall do so with my secret art, the Rudra Astra.
Yes.
I have nothing more to say. You may go. So Shiva aims to destroy this world after all. I would propose that we take down Shiva, but I detect a volume of Magatsuhi I've never seen in the other demons we've encountered.
Young man.
Alpax, are you prepared to fight? A universe in peril? Of course.
You dare challenge me? Fool.
Oh, you could have walked away with your life. Very well. I finished preparations and have enough Magatsuhi for Rudra. Next is the banquet. Come, show me your Kathakali of battle. Attack down is a great first thing to get. Okay, I'm gonna go crits immediately, just to start hitting you with some abilities, and to allow us a chance to get some things set up. Hit him. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage actually. Okay, spy scope.
How about this?
Okay, immune to electricity doesn't matter too much for us because we can, because we can pierce. Physical is a resistance, which doesn't matter again, we pierce. Ice is the weakness. A lot of strength, a lot of magic. While in the active party, reduces MP cost for skills for allies with an active charge effect. Severe fire, severe electric, so we reflect. We currently absorb. That's physical, which our character blocks. Hades Blast we block. Severe Almighty, we just have to have enough health. Lowers defense to minimum. It's annoying, but we can cope with it. Potential upgrades that we could do in our party, we could try and bring in, if this becomes too annoying, we could try and bring in Beelzebub to block. The only problem is we'd lose our electricity. Maybe we could swap someone to the front who's immune to electricity and can get crits, or we just pass. But, yeah, okay. This is doable. Queen's Decree. Murakumo. Buff. And this does pierce, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to use Pantaspade anyway, but That's okay. So that's fine. All it does is set defense to the minimum as well. It's not everything, just defense. Oh, and an ally. Okay, one of them reflects physical. I remember that. Queen's Decree. Hit him. Oh. Oh wait, no, they don't reflect physical? Oh, it's just okay. It's just resist. That's okay then. Queen's Decree. Hit him. Nice. Heal up. And maybe this just to make sure you die. Oh, you were weak to it. Well, that's good. Okay. Ow. Calls in another ally, or another couple of allies. Okay. Does he just spam that one move? I don't remember him just spamming the move. I remember him using it quite a lot, but not spamming it. Wondering whether something about our setup is causing the spam. Okay. Or because we killed them, I guess. Oh, it might be when you kill them, it causes the next phase to happen. Yeah, that might be it. We might be killing them too quickly. Okay. Hit him. Heal. Hit him. That's like almost 2,000 damage with no crit. It's not bad. Calls in an ally. Okay. Oh, and we're back to this one again, I guess. Okay. Crit. Oh. Hand to Spain. Queen's Decree. Crits. Nice heal. Panda Spain. Didn't manage to kill them all this time. Let's see what he does. Yeah, if you don't kill them all, then he does a different pattern. That's interesting. Maybe we're happy leaving one of them alive. I mean, obviously I don't have any choice right now, and we have to kill them in the next phase. I remember that. Because Parvati, I think, can full heal or something ridiculous, but... yeah, okay. It's good to think about. Bowl. Hit him. Didn't crit. That's okay. We got our crits there. Hit him. Nice buff. We're back to neutral. Hit him. Okay. Kandava. Yeah, so we have to kill Parvati. I remember that much, but the rest of it doesn't matter too much. Although we are naturally just killing them all every single turn, which is quite nice. This is not the fight where we want to be doing that necessarily, but you know, it's quite nice. Kill. That works. Bull. Hit him. That's a lot of damage. Hit him. Do a little one of those, and then we'll do Pan to Spain just to make sure it's reapplied. Cool. Yeah, that gets absorbed. Cool. Could use ice to specifically hit him. I think that's not too bad an idea, actually. That did a lot more damage than I thought it would do. Okay. Oh. Could try and deliberately leave her alive as well. Nice! Random crit. Cool. Yeah, I can leave her alive. I did 3,000. That's incredible. Hit him. Okay. This is just guard, I think. And he's going to use his AoE Almighty move. That's fine. Yeah. That's absolutely fine. Not an issue. That's an issue. It's not a huge issue, but it is an issue. Okay, that's more of an issue because now we go first. Okay. Correct move, as we previously worked out on this one, is always to try and summon someone new. Let's think about this here. You're not weak to any ailments, are you? No. Although you're not immune. Ice would imply Nahobiho is the correct choice here. Although he can... his problem is that he's not so targeted with his ice. That's kind of his issue. Yeah. Interesting. I'm just thinking through these ones here. Manazako. Trumpeter might not be too bad. We can probably find a weakness to hit with Trumpeter. Stick Trumpeter in. Okay. But that's why it's always the correct move to try there. Because the worst that happens is that you just get like charmed anyway. Let's do this. And then we do Curative Cattail. Pass. And then change in Trumpeter.
Your turn. Go.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I forgot that that would happen. That's all of our buffs went away, but that's okay. Ow. Okay, that shouldn't matter because we're going to force his next attack to be... yeah, we're going to force his next attack to be Tandava. By doing that. Okay, force a crit. Let's use Bowl. Maybe we were better cycling through them. Pantaspain, just to lower stats. Hit your ice move. Crit. Heal up. And Pantaspain. Okay. AoE fire? Oh, that gets reflected. Oh no, it doesn't, because it's piercing. Ow. And then calls an ally. Okay, interesting. What am I hitting here? So ice gets blocked, force gets blocked, fire gets blocked, electric gets blocked. Ah. Which one's the most annoying for us? Ice, probably, right? Yeah. What are you weak to? Guy at the back? Force. Okay. Force gem. Ananta. Crit. All. Pantaspain. Force Gem Ananta. Crit. Heal. Tempted to just Pantaspain again. Yep, I did it. Okay. That's gonna hurt. Not as much as I thought it would, actually. Hey, we got a block. Falconer, that's annoying. But actually, it's not the worst, because we still have control over our actions. Alright, ice. Falconer's the one where you miss. This doesn't have guaranteed hit, does it? No. I saw it always lands. It was like, oh, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Curative Cattail. Yeah. Oh, I don't care if you have Falconer on. I think I might kill you. Or do I just do Pantaspain again to reapply? I might just do Pantaspain again to reapply. Ice. Maybe I should have done something that gave me an extra turn. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I'm not worried about anyone's health necessarily. Yeah, actually, I think I'm okay to guard here. Ow. Okay. Not the end of the world. Parvati has to be dead. We know this to be true. Okay, force is okay here. As long as it hits one weakness, it's okay. Omnipotent Succession Yabasumi shot, I think. Yeah. Follow up with this one. Nice. Okay. Do a heal. Brunos. Nice crit. Yeah, one of those, I guess. Murakumo. Ol. Set up for next turn. And Brunos. Okay. Kandava. We already knew that was coming. Calls an ally. We're well aware of how this plays out. Okay. Force Gem. Crit. Heal. Hand to Spain. Force Gem. Crit. Bowl. Hand to Spain, I think. Yeah. We may have been able to kill him that turn. I think that's still the better move, though. Okay, a block. Trumpeter survived next turn during the soul, and then a block. Okay, we lost Zeus. That's not ideal. I think we still have the kill this turn. Yeah. Hit. Freikuchel. That does 7,000 damage. Alright. So, just for reference, that fight took us a long time on the first cannon. Right, like that was a serious fight that we had to invest into. That fight, not only did we do it first try, but we did it so much, like the actual fight was quicker. That's incredible. Okay.
Indeed.
That was a splendid dance. You have defeated me. I shall now disappear from this universe. But the Rudra can appear in many forms. Overcome them all and break free. That is the path of the true ruler. Oh, we got the achievement. The Pralaya that follows whatever it said. Okay. We also gained 3 gospels for doing that. I guess implying that you should do the quest at 96. I think it unlocks from 95, so we are a little over leveled, but still, it's very difficult usually. I promise you that was not nearly as straightforward the first time we did it. But that bodes incredibly well for us. Like, that was great. What were the problems in our party? Did we have any? Shiva's Essence is also interesting. High Almighty Pleroma. Huge for us, actually, right? Yeah, well, we already have it, actually. But maybe. We need to change something. I think I need to get rid of this one. I don't think we need this one. I think we'd be better off, like, even with just Great Life Spring, I think would be better. I don't think this is important at all for us. But anyway. Even, actually, like, Crazy Call, even me Patra would be better. Just to remove, like, those effects. Anyway, it's fine. Or, I guess, Abyssal Mask to avoid the, effect in the first place. And the, instant kill effects. Yeah. Probably Rooted Soul for Abyssal Mask. We also don't need Great Mana Spring. Our mana is never not full. I don't know why it's so full all the time. We have nothing that recovers our mana. Well, you know what? We do have Konohana. But Konohana runs out of mana. Anyway, occasionally when we haven't boosted it up so much. Also, Konohana, the bonus health, very, very important. Do you notice how Konohana's still alive while Zeus is dead? And Agrat? That bonus health is the only reason why. Okay. There's a universe in peril. Done. So that leaves us Return of the True Demon in the end of the game. Wow. Oh, and the more difficult fight. Oh, yes. Yeah. The Mastema fights. As in not fight against Mastema, but the fight that Mastema is unlocked. Yeah. Well, I guess it is against Mastema in a way, because Mastema has, like, fused himself to it. Oh yeah, Trumpeter needs Safeguard. Yeah, 100. I need to get rid of something for Safeguard and Trumpeter. Like, if we're gonna have all these AoE moves, Trumpeter needs Safeguard. We should just do that. Honestly, we should just do that. Right, where's Zeus? Let's go in here. Let's do both of those, actually. Both of the changes. Let's give us Abyssal Mask and give Trumpeter that thing. Also, yes, we do have a new special fusion for Shiva. Tandava is really good, right? That's Shiva's thing. Tandava, Yabasumi Shot, High Almighty, right? Shiva's got some good stuff going on. I have just boosted everyone else, though. And I don't have space for Shiva. But, like, the potential is there. Do I have any, like, spot in my party? Well, I mean, I have one spot. I have used Blossoming Sakura, though. Like, I legitimately used it. So, I don't know. And we've only had it for about 2 seconds, and I used it, which is another selling point. I guess we'll do it at some point. Right. Essence Fusion. Let's do Trumpeter first, because that'll be easier. Well, maybe. Skill Search. Passive. Safeguard. There we go. Find whatever looks to be the worst thing that actually has Safeguard, which is Valkyrie. Yep. And let's go. So. Knowing that these are what you have, I'm going to take Null Fire and ignore the ice. Yeah. I'm going to give you that, Safeguard. Done. Easy.
How is this?
Super straightforward. Us. Skills. We want to replace our skills for Abyssal Mask. Is the other direction. Actually, it was that direction. There's Abyssal Mask. Yes. That's the one I want, right? Yes, greatly decreases. Worst thing with Abyssal Mask is this. Okay. I'm just sticking these in while I think about it. Alright, so we're going to take off that. So we're going to lose a very small amount of that. Almighty Abyssal Mask. We can possibly get rid of Great Mana Spring, or almost makes sense for extra health, but for now I think that makes sense. Fizz Pleroma we could replace with like Greater Fizz Pleroma or whatever, but or High Fizz Pleroma, but I don't know if that matters as much because we only use it to like crit to the next round. I guess it could give us a little more damage, but like our main damage is Murakumo. I think right now it's like one Yabasami shot is maybe 1/10 of like a powered up Murakumo. So it's not that much of a big deal, but I guess it maybe adds up. Anyway, for now, that'll do. I think that makes sense to me. Right? Yeah.
How is this?
And then at least we're active on each turn. Also, lowering our health is dangerous, but we do have 2 ways of recovering it to full.
Return.
We have Whittled Go and we have Enduring Soul currently. If we find ourselves getting to the point where we're losing from health, then we have to get Great Life Spring. That I think is the correct way of doing that. I don't think we need more mana. So, there we go. Let's save and then, well, I guess we'll end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, we're going to take on the Demi-Fiend, my arch nemesis. And I guess I'm going to have to remember what he does. He's one of these fights that has very specific things. As in, if you do X, he will do Y. And usually Y is instant kill you. It's not quite as bad as some other super bosses we've dealt with lately in other games, where it's like, if by this turn you have not done this, then you die. If you do this much damage, then you die. If you, don't follow this rule, then you die, right? It's not quite at that level, but there are definitely some things where it's like, block his move too many times, he's just going to instant kill you, right? So, like, I think you can't go in with physical block because he uses physical moves. It's that sort of thing. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.